Alright, you guys, today on my table here I'm going to show you how to make a quick dessert that is lower carb, Trim Healthy Mama S, and could be keto friendly depending on your macros. So you can put this into an online food calculator and see if it fits. Now I will tell you it is dairy heavy and it is a treat I would recommend just having every so often. So I'm going to show how to do that real quick, and it just takes 5 simple ingredients. White chocolate, heavy whipping cream, 4 egg yolks, vanilla, and 1 tablespoon of sweetener. And then to bake it, you're going to need a pan, kind of like this. And I just set these 4 small ramekins. These are 1 cup ramekins. I will put a link to those in below, and I'll show you more about these later when we get ready to mix those. They also come with this small lid, so these are great for food prep. And you can put the lid on it and put it in the fridge. So first we're going to start with this pan that's on medium heat. I'm going to reach across, sorry guys. I'm going to add in 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. Now I know some of you guys may ask me if half and half or coconut milk or anything like that may work. And I have not tried it. However, in a lot of my other custard recipes that I put on the blog, like my egg custard pie and things like that, I have tried half and half and some coconut milk. And while they still taste amazing, the texture is not as amazing as if you use just the heavy whipping cream. That's why I say stick with this and just have it once in a while as a treat. Okay, so to this heavy whipping cream, I am going to do 1 tablespoon of Trim Healthy Mama Super Sweet, which is this product right here, if you can see it. It is basically just a erythritol and stevia mix, so if you don't have the Super Sweet, you can use Pure at the store or Truvia, or even just a plain erythritol or xylitol if you prefer that. So there's that. The next ingredient is the Bake Believe white chocolate chips, 4 ounces. I'm just going to drop that in real quick. Get it all in there. And so we are just going to slowly combine this over medium heat. So mine goes from 1 to 10, and right now I have it on about a 6 or a 7. You don't want this to scorch or to burn. You want it to melt slowly. So we're just going to kind of stir it every once in a while. And I may speed this part up a little bit and then come back and talk when it's melted. So you guys don't have to sit here and watch me stir this whole few minutes. And I'll tell you how long it takes to melt them. Okay guys, so that took about 2 minutes to get this mixture hot enough to melt those chocolate chips. Remember, you do not want to boil your cream. You just want to melt those white chocolate chips, and they have an extremely high low melting point, so they melt fairly quickly. The next step in making these custards is you're going to add your 4 egg yolks, and I have a teaspoon of vanilla. These are bright yellow because these come from my sister-in-law's chickens. Thank you, Mariah. They are yummy eggs. So 4 egg yolks. You can use the egg whites to make any kind of, you know, like low-carb rolls, or add them to your eggs to have an extra fluffy egg omelet. So now we have those 2. We mixed it up, and this time we're going to slowly pour in, let me see, this. You want to slowly drizzle it in and mix. Pour in a little bit more, mix. Now, even though this cream is not boiling, you do not want to pour it in super fast, or it will totally scramble your eggs, which is going to be gross. And you do not want scrambled egg texture in your custards. You want a smooth texture. So now this has been tempered, as they call it. You can see I just added probably about a cup of, maybe about a half a cup of the mixture. I'm going to go ahead and pour the rest in slowly and continuously stir the whole time. Slowly whisking the whole time. Now these white chocolate, they are made with the white chocolate chips. Mine are going to have a tad bit of a yellow hue other than the white chocolate, strictly because I use super fresh eggs, and these white chips, I'm cleaning up a little bit, they have a tendency to melt and bake up yellow. So here it is. Super simple white chocolate custard, 5 ingredients, low carb, Trim Healthy Mama S, sugar free. Now I'm going to show you, if you can see, let me turn you a little bit back here. I have a pot of boiling water. So another key in these white custards is that you need to use a bain-marie or a water bath. And I know a lot of people do not like doing that extra step. But trust me, it is so worth it, and it will make an amazing even bake on these, okay? And so here's a tip. I'm not going to do that today for the sake of the video, but if you want to be careful, which you do with the super hot boiling water, do not add that to your pan until you put this on the rack of your oven. For starters, I'm just going to go ahead and fill each one. That's why I have this pot that makes it easy to pour. Now, you want to just divide it between 4 equal ramekins. And you just start off, I just start off with a certain amount, and then I'll go back in and add those, you know, a little bit to each one, just so I make sure all 4 are even. Remember, these are super rich, so you don't have to have this one need a little bit more. You don't have to have a ton of it. Make sure. So this is just the right serving. Okay, so now the next thing you're going to do is you're going to want to add the super hot boiling water to the pan. Now, do not get it in the cups if you can help it, because it will also affect the cooking time of this. So I'm going to go ahead and get this poured. I'm actually going to do it the safe way, so I'm going to put you guys on pause. I'm going to show this on my rack while I pour in the water, so I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I have this pan sitting on the top rack of my oven, and I'm going to take the boiling water I showed you, and I'm going to carefully pour it into the side. Being careful not to splash it up over the custard, and you want to go at least halfway up over the custard. So, and this is a little bit uneven, so I'm going to go a little bit more. Okay, and now you're going to carefully lift them up to the rack and shove them all the way back in and push them back, and you're going to let those bake at 325 degrees for about 25 minutes, and I'll come back and show you what they look like. Alright guys, so 25 minutes are up. I just took these carefully out of the oven. You can see, see how they jiggle? You want them to be like that. You're going to leave them in this hot water for about 5 or 6 minutes to cool, and then carefully remove these out and put them on the cooling rack, and you will let them cool completely before you refrigerate them. Now, they are delicious room temperature after they've cooled, or even hot, but I love them chilled because it makes the consistency so creamy and light. So there it is, my white chocolate custards in mini cups that can be stored with lids in the refrigerator if you want to share, or for yourself all week long. So here we go. I'll show you a finished picture of the product after this, and thank you for always watching My Table of 3. Check out the recipe card or the link below.